what did the theater project sign mean to me? That's a harder question than it sounds, because that's not how I think. Been self-employed since I was 18 years old, and anytime I put something out, whether it's a knife, whether it was training a horse, whatever it is that I do, it represents me. And so I just want to do the best job that I can. So the way that I thought about the theater project more was two things. One is, what did the original designer want, right? Because I'm not trying to change the theater as much as put it back. So if you saw it at a glance, if you came by in 1947 and you came back by today, you might not think things had changed. You might just think it was really well kept. So mainly what I was trying to do was pay homage to the original vision and also do the best job that I could for my client and for the town. So I've got to drive by it. I've got to look at it. I want it to look fantastic. I want it to look as good as I can make it to look. And so what does it mean to me? I'm proud of it because I think I've done a good job on it, or at least I've tried really hard to. What does downtown Cape Girardeau mean to me? Well, downtown Cape Girardeau is my hometown. It's where I grew up. It's funny, it's when you go away, you compare everything to where you go to where you were, where you grew up. And so, again, I have family here, I have friends here, I have people that I've known my entire life. And so, again, it's just paying respect to your town. It's paying respect to the people that raised you and the people that care about you, and just trying to give the best that I can give back to my town so that they have something they can be proud of. Old Town Cape is the reason Old Town looks as good as it does. Small towns are made up by a bunch of individuals, and everybody has their own vision of what they think should happen, and that can be great, but it can also be very disorganized. And I think Old Town Cape's hardest job is wrangling all those individuals and having a common vision that when you drive into our town, it's special. You know, it's a special town. We live in a special place. We're the small town on the Mississippi River, and there's not another town like us between Memphis and St. Louis. So it's a special place. It exists in a special atmosphere, and I think that you guys being able to capture that feeling, right? And keep that history and keep that feeling of what Cape Girardeau is super important. What does receiving this award mean to me? Well, wasn't on my radar. Again, I just don't think that way. I get up and I think about what I have to do, and I think about the job that I have to do and how I want to accomplish that. And so it is a very appreciated award. It's humbling. It makes me think, wow, what did I do, right? It's humbling, and it's a thank you to me is the way I look at it, and that's really, I don't know how to say it. It's just appreciated. So thank you. What would I tell those people? If I had a captive audience of entrepreneurs, and I had a captive audience of investors, right? I'd tell them a few things. One is I'd tell them this is the cheapest place in America to get started. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean that in a wonderful way. You can actually, as a young entrepreneur, or somebody starting out, you have the opportunity to buy property and enhance it and make it worth more. I did it across town. It didn't take a tremendous amount of investment. It just took some effort. And you know, we've kind of got a groundswell right now. I feel with people coming in and wanting to save these old buildings. I mean, they're special. Cape Girardeau has been here since the 1700s. It is the oldest place I've ever lived, right? I traveled to Charleston all the time when I was in North Carolina, and I would look around Charleston, I think my hometown's this old, you know? And we're in the middle of America, right? Try to buy a 5,000 square foot building in downtown Charleston, see what it's gonna cost you. So you can have, you know, The Port Cape goes back to the Spanish land grant. You can buy history here. That's special. You can buy history, you can buy architecture, you can buy French Revival architecture all over this town, right? It's just opportunities here that you can't find in other places, because a lot of other places have already bought up these buildings. They've already locked them down. They've got them controlled, and now you've got to be a member of the club to get in. You don't have to be a member of the club here. You just have to come with some interest, and this town wants it to grow and they want it to come up. So you've got opportunities here that you won't have in other places.